Hello you what's his faces, welcome back to another video. Tygon here, and today I'm gonna give you guys 3 simple steps to snipe. As you guys can see, I'm using the 𝓲𝓬𝓽𝓽𝓲𝓪𝓵 red action, and I actually hate this sniper. A lot of people probably love the way it looks, but the way it snipes is I don't know, for me I don't like the way it snipes, but it is good for training, I guess, sniping. So we're not necessarily sniping, but quickscoping. We're gonna get into that, but yeah, let's begin. So first things first, I'm gonna give you guys the steps, but I'm also going to speak on this little dot you guys see. Now this little dot is actually not to help me aim. I mean, it is, but at the same time it isn't. Many people may think it is to help me aim, but it's more so to remind me to center my crosshair. And if you guys don't know what centering your crosshair is, it's basically taking this little crosshair and putting it in the most likely position that the enemy will come in, and then of course going ahead and shooting the enemy. And why is it so important to take this little crosshair right here, this little bugger, and put it where the most likely location? Well, one, that's called centering, if you guys didn't know, and then on top of that, it makes it easier to hit your target, and it makes it easier to aim. So there's of course different, well, not different, but many different types of ways you can aim or shoot someone with a sniper in Call of Duty Mobile, or in Call of Duty in general. You of course have drag scopes, quick scopes, and hard scopes, and flick shots. So there's all of those different things. There's a few more, but those are just off the top of my head without me really going into too much detail. Dang, these guys are pretty bad, and my team is decent or pretty good, so it's gonna be a pretty quick match. But basically, yeah, it's that. So the way to quickscope, I should say, it requires you to make a split-second decision and then hit the shot. So you need to have the crosshair, I guess, near the or closest to the enemy as it can be. So the reason why I have this dot, of course, is so it just makes it easier to remind myself to go ahead and center this particular. Oh dang, they put that there. To remind myself to, I guess, hit the target. Like for example, that was a flick shot. That's not always gonna work. So why is that not always gonna work? Just simply because it's hard to predict and it's hard to calculate compared to a straight shot or hard scope, because quick scope is essentially just a fast hard scope. Oh, you didn't peek that. Okay, I only got one bullet left. Last man standing. What? Did he really finesse both of them? And me, that gun is so good. But yeah, so let's continue, guys. I'm all over the place, but yeah, this scope essentially allows me to make sure I keep my shots straight, because I can't really see on the sides. It's really hard to see on the sides, and what that does it basically makes it harder to flick shot and to change your aim once you get it there. So why it makes it easy to quickscope is because it reminds you better center that was such an easy shot. It reminds you better center your aim, or you're gonna miss the shot point blank. That's how this gun works, and it looks really cool. But no, oh snap! I hate that gun so much. It reminds you better center your aim, or well, you're gonna miss the shot. So enough procrastinating, guys. Here are the 3 steps. Step number 1: put the little dot in the most likely location the enemy is gonna be. Right. Step number 2: put it on the actual enemy. So you want to first put it on most likely space, and then you want to put it on the actual enemy. And step number 3 is, oh, he had it too. Step number 3 is you want to go ahead and solve the problem. I know that sounds weird, but I like to think of it as, I don't know, an addition problem. And the reason why I say that is because there are about 29 or 28 possible motions they can do when you first see a person. It sounds weird, but yeah, there's about 29 motions, and I guess I'll list them all. So the first, well, I'm not gonna list them all, but I'll list the different combinations of them or whatever. Basically, someone can jump, they can jump forward, they can jump backwards. Essentially, think of someone being able to move in 8 different directions. Then you have to also include the fact that they can slide in those directions, they can also stay still, they can drop shot, they can crouch, and they can slide forward, they can slide in any direction as well. So that comes up to about 29 or 28 different possibilities, and you have to calculate the one that they are gonna do. And yeah, that was my bad. I choked that one. But yeah, you got to calculate the one they're going to do in that split second. And it can really be narrowed down. It's not as big as it seems. Like, I mean, yeah, there's 29 different possible ways they can move, but you can really narrow it down. So maybe there's only 2 because a person might just be strafing, so that's 2 possibilities, and they might crouch, so that's 3. And essentially, you just got to figure out which one they're going to do. Oh my goodness, what? You got to figure out which one they're going to do, and then you have to go ahead and take that shot. And so basically you want to execute the kill in the first movement, because that is what a proper quickscope is. And if you're able to execute the kill in the first movement, and it makes it so much easier. When you're not doing it in the first movement, it's just gonna be one harder, and you're most likely gonna miss your shot. I mean, not necessarily miss your shot, it's just won't be a quick scope, and it'll be harder to hit your shot. Like, you can still hit it, but it's gonna probably devolve into a hard scope or a drag scope. It's not gonna be a quick scope. But yeah, we won that match, so I think that explained it pretty well. I'm gonna go show you guys how I do it on bots, and then I'm gonna show you guys how to practice it, and we're gonna get into it more. So one thing, or one way to learn quickscoping faster, is to actually go into a bot lobby and practice on bots with no aim assist. Okay guys, so if you see, I'm going to basically take aim assist off right here, right? So we're going to go ahead and find a bot, and the reason why I'm doing this on bots is because live commentary is super hard to do while teaching. So as you guys can see, there's really nothing happening with this. I'm not leaning into any shot when I'm on the bot. Nothing is helping me. It's just my aim purely. When you have aim assist, it'll kind of drag to the enemy. Goodness! But yeah, it'll basically drag to the enemy. And essentially, if we take that same mindset, or the same 3 steps, what you want to do is 1, find the most likely location they're gonna be right there. Then you're gonna put it on the enemy, and then you're gonna solve the problem. So essentially, solving the problem is figuring out where they're gonna go and then hitting the shot. That's what it is, right? That's what it is without any aim assist, right? And you can basically just go ahead and solve the problem. And I hit that, but I gotta hit marker. Now let's go ahead and turn on aim assist, right? Dear Lord, these guys are so loud, it's not even funny. I'm gonna have to make it so low. But essentially, this is how it looks with aim assist. Let me turn the volume down on my headset. So with aim assist, it kind of hones onto the player or whatever. For some reason, aim assist is not working strong. Maybe nerfed it a little bit, I don't know. But it definitely kind of moves with the player when you have them on. See, it's kind of attached to the players. It's almost like it's stuck on them when they get close to it. But yeah, that's how aim assist works. And what that basically does, well, what that not basically does, but the easiest way I can explain it is it's almost like using a calculator. So learning how to go ahead and use it without aim assist first, or just getting good with it, or just experiencing with it using aim assist, it allows you to learn how to solve the problem easier. Dang, he really went around and shot me in the head from the back. It really allows you, teaches you how to solve the problem easier, and I would say makes you a better sniper overall. So I would say just take some time and go ahead and just practice with no aim assist and getting the actual steps right. So I'm just playing it again, right? What you want to do is take this little dot, most likely place, put it on your enemy, and then shoot. Now I missed that shot completely, but it's all good. I just had to scope in more. Now these of course are bots, so it doesn't really count. But in an actual match, the more you practice this, the better you're gonna get. But yeah, you want to get the motions down. And one thing you don't want to do is you don't want to cop out. You don't want to use an AR. You don't want to hard scope, because if you do those things, it's gonna mess you up. Of course, if you're losing a match, go ahead and do some hard scoping. But if you want to learn how to quick scope, you want to learn how to quick scope across the map. You're gonna want to make sure you're not copping out, you're not chickening out, and actually take it to that level. But yeah, that's essentially my video on how to quick scope. Now, the thing regarding the 29 different possibilities, I guess, let me get out of their spawn so I can show you guys. But yeah, let's go. So yeah, let me show it to you guys real quick. Where are we? Let's run over here real quick, where they're not shooting like madmen. So here we go. 29 different possibilities, right? They can move forward, right? 1, 2, 3, forward, backward, side to side, 4, and then there's in between diagonal, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? That's 8. Crouching like that is 9. Jumping is 10. Standing still is 11. And I guess jumping forward, that's just 8 more, so that's 19, because you can jump forward, jump side, jump back. That's like 19 right there. And then they can slide, so that right there, that's 8 more, so that's like 20, not 27, but basically I'm doing this math really bad. I'm gonna actually pull out my fingers right now, because 8, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So yeah, oh, I was right, 27. Okay, so yeah, that's 27 right there. And then what you're gonna want to do is yeah, I think that's pretty much it. It's 27. Maybe there's one more, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all the ways. Wait, no, you can actually slide. Did I count sliding? I don't know, but there's about 27 different possibilities. 27, 28, 29. I don't know, one of those things, right? It doesn't really matter your actual number, but those are different possibilities. And when someone takes it and they turn into a combo, for example, if they run forward and then slide, that's a combo move or whatever. And once you do a combo, it becomes infinitely more complicated. So instead of it being addition, where think about them being able to move all these directions, it's addition. When they do that and then slide, that's multiplication. Now it goes from like 29 to like 100 or something, depending on like, or even 200 or 300 different possibilities once they do that. Once they are able to make the second movement. So you want to hit them, you want to stop them before they can make that movement. So remember, get the little dot, and the dot I'm using right now is just a run button, and I made it small and then I put it in the center. Then once you get the little dot, you're gonna want to go ahead and, I don't know why, but I got stuck in the scope. That I hate when that happens. But you're gonna want to go ahead and yeah, just practice lining up yourself to the target. And when you're able to do that, just kind of solve the problem. That's the easiest way I can think of saying it. And I'm missing shots on bots, but it's all good, guys. Dang, I didn't time it right. You also got to learn the timing of the gun, at least when you're using the scope like shoot, so you know when to take the next shot. But yeah, I think that's basically it. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's been Tygon. This is how this is the 3 easy steps to sniping, and I guess I'm gonna go over it once again if you guys are here, just because I heard that's a good thing to do. Remember, so number 1, put the crosshair in the most likely location. Second, get the enemy in the little dot or in the little crosshair thing. So it also helps to like see the enemy when you scope in. Seeing them definitely helps. It's not a super fast quickscope, but it's still a quickscope. So if I'm able to see the enemy, that works too. You can put the little dot on the enemy, but yeah, that works. And then lastly, you just want to solve the problem. Now, I actually said 2 different things than I said last time, and that might confuse you guys. So my original thing was the 3 steps was 1, put the little dot on the most likely place, put the little dot on the enemy, and then solve the problem. And this is weird, but basically this first one is just for like super fast quickscoping. So what that means is you barely look at the person when you hit the shot, right? Now that's not as accurate, it just looks cooler. However, where you actually, the second step, put the dot on the enemy, you can think of that as also the crosshair. So just put the crosshair on the enemy, making sure you have them in your line of sight. So hopefully that's not too complicated. I may have confused you guys there, but just basically put the little crosshair on the enemy and then solve the problem, basically solve where they're going to go. I like to do it as fast as possible, because the longer you take, of course, the more possibility they have to move and make the combination harder. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And one piece of advice I can give you guys is to look at the feet. If you can look at some like the feet of the character model, you can usually tell what they're gonna do, because the feet kind of give it away. But yeah, that's been me. This has been Tygon. This has been a 20-minute video, so hope you guys enjoyed. I'm gonna peace out, and yeah, catch you later. Oh yeah, my camera's gone, but I guess for this is just for quickscoping, guys. So there's different types of sniping. This is just for quickscoping. I'm still here. I haven't stopped my other software, but this doesn't mean like flick shots or anything. For flick shots and other things, that's just muscle memory, really. And when that situation occurs, you're just gonna have to be ready to hit the shot. And it's way harder because it's a wider range of where they can be because you're not exactly on the target. I know I kind of said this, but yeah, that's basically what I mean. So that's why other shots are harder. People think quickscoping is hard. It's not necessarily hard, it just seems hard. The thing that's actually hard, I would say, is drag scoping and hard scoping. Hard scoping is actually pretty hard in terms of tracking. Hard scoping, where you just camp, I wouldn't say that's necessarily hard, but if you're tracking someone with hard scoping, that's definitely hard. One last tip though, if you're trying to quickscope someone and they're in front of you, or don't try to track them with the quickscope. That's gonna make you lose. You're gonna want to put the crosshair, and when I'm talking about crosshair, I mean the white dot or the crosshair on your screen. You want to put that in front of them, and then you want to scope in. That way you can actually hit the shot. Because I have a high sensitivity, so yeah, I can track them and then I can flick onto them. But most people don't have a high sensitivity, and you don't have to have a high sensitivity to play the game. I just like it like that. But yeah, so if you're in that situation, just put the crosshair in front of them. Now it actually is 20 minutes and it's crazy. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. It's been 𝕮𝑠𝓐. If you're still here, well, I'm just gonna say subscribe, please. I usually don't say subscribe in the middle of my videos. I might put a little thing in there, but I don't know, I forget to say it. But yeah, if you're still here, yeah, hit that little button and hit the bell button. But this has been 𝕮𝑠𝓐. Sorry for no recent uploads. I'm gonna start grinding it out. But yeah, peace.
Bom, bom, bom.